Welcome back, my little animals, and if you guys are new to this channel, hi, welcome. My name is Muniz, aka I, and if you do like our visuals, you do like our content, you do like everything that we put out here into the world, go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, share. I would love for you to become a part of our animal kingdom, and let's go ahead and jump into it. So today I'm going to be teaching you guys how I do my everyday makeup. Now, mind you, this is not the type of makeup looks I have done in past videos. I'm like really taking my time and just like doing what I do and, you know, just relaxing. But today I'm going to be showing you guys how I do a quick, easy, fast, everyday makeup look for those people that just like to get up, be ready, and just go on with your day. I'm one of those people, especially during the week. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing I do like to grab when starting my makeup is a primer, a good primer that I personally like to use. I alternate between the Porefessional and the Porefessional Hydrate, but I'm going to be using the Porefessional, the original guide today. And we're just going to go ahead and grab a little dot, like about this much should be good. And you're just going to be applying it kind of like moisturizer. I typically like to push it into the T-zone just because that's where I tend to get super oily. If you guys have any primers that you cannot live without, go ahead and comment down below. I'd love to know what you guys prefer in primers. And I love this primer just because it's like so soft and it fills in your pores. And it just gives you a nice evened out texture. That way when you place anything over, it's going to look really nice and smooth. But I typically like to push it into the T-zone, especially for my skin type since I have combination oily skin. So the center of my face always gets like super oily. Which is good, you know, I'm not complaining. It means when I get older, we're gonna have so many wrinkles. So I'll live with the oiliness for now. There we go. Then what I personally like to use like on an everyday basis is the Bareminerals. I believe this is the Complexion Rescue Stick. On the packaging, it said something about like the main ingredient is water, which if you know me, you know I love water. And the color I have is in ginger. This is 06. This is what it looks like. It's just like a little tube. It's actually pretty easy and manageable if you just throw it in your bag, and it's not gonna like get everywhere because it's not a liquid. So this is what it looks like. It is basically just like, it's just a stick foundation, you know. And when I'm in a hurry, I literally just bam, bam, bam. I just coat my entire face. So it looks like I'm about to like run into the Amazon and like, you know, go live with the monkeys and stuff, but I'm not. So once I have this on my face, I like to go ahead and grab a kind of like a dense brush. So I'm going to be using the Porefessional Makeup NYX brush. Of course, I did get my name engraved in it. Don't judge me, I'm just super extra. And I just like to press it and smooth it around your entire face. And I know you guys are probably thinking like, holy cow, she's not doing the whole contour and everything. And if you know me, I'm that type of girl that likes to like sleep in the morning. So I'm not going to be super extra and like do so much to my face, especially if this is like an everyday look, just because, for example, right now I have a party, 2 parties to go to, and I do not have time to be doing the most because I have to be somewhere. So, as you can see, it just evens out your skin, and it takes like 2 seconds to blend in, just because I think the reason it's so easy to manipulate this and like just blend it into your skin for the same reason is that it's like a water-based foundation, and then it's a stick too, so you literally just go bam 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 and then you're done. So right now I'm just being picky with it, like I'm just pressing it, making sure there's no like discoloration anywhere. But for the most part my skin is like pretty good. I mean, it's not, there's not too much like things wrong with it, I guess you could say. I try to take so much good care, take really good care of my skin, so. Okay, now that we have the foundation put on, we have a nice base, even coverage all over, and we still look like Annie. And the next product I'm going to be grabbing is the Boing Cakeless Concealer. This is in the shade number 5. I'm just going to go ahead and place this right in the center of my face. Because you know, a girl likes to look nice and awake. And of course in the morning, I'm just like bam, 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 bam. Ain't nobody have time to be doing the most. So this is the places that I like to place my concealer. I know it's a bit wild right now. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and blend, and I'm gonna be using the Real Techniques. This is the Expert Face Brush. It's the orange guy. And I'm literally just gonna be pressing and buffing it in. So as you can see, it just like gone. Bright but gone. And I like to go over my eyelids as well to kind of like prep it for the eyeshadow. Now, sometimes I don't even do eyeshadow. I typically would do like foundation, concealer, eyeliner, mascara, my brows, and then that's pretty much it. Like I probably, on some days, I won't even do bronzer or like anything on my cheeks, but today is gonna be the day that we do, because I have a lot of things to do and I want to look like I actually took time. So guys, if a girl ever tells you I love you, tell her to watch this video because you don't need about like 5 hours to be doing your makeup, unless she's like really gonna hit the red carpets or something. Then don't come at me if she comes at you. Anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and set my face. This is what we have so far. All we did was primer, foundation, concealer, and I'm gonna set it. Okay, so I'm just gonna be setting my face. I'm gonna be using the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I just went ahead and placed it in the cap. I'm gonna be swirling the brush around. I am using the Real Techniques. This is the blush brush, but I like to use it for setting my face. And just dust it all over, because, you know, a girl does not want to be oily throughout the day. Now when it comes to the under eye area, I like to grab some powder and I like to swirl it around the brush, make sure it's like nicely coated so it's not like all chunky and weird like this. It's not supposed to be like that. We are not banking at like 6 o'clock in the morning. That is not gonna happen. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dust it off a little, put it back in, and you're just gonna swirl it to make sure it's like loosely in there, but it's coated without it looking like a snowball is on your brush. Then you're gonna go ahead and look up. You're gonna pat underneath very lightly and just kind of like roll your brush. Same thing on the other side. Gonna look up, you're gonna pat lightly and roll under. I feel like this technique gives you like a very soft under eye without it like getting all bunched up in one area. It just kind of like sets it but loosely moves whatever it needs to without just like setting it and then you look like all super creasy. That is not cute. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my concealer brush that we used to blend. I'm gonna be blending out my eyes as so. I'm gonna go ahead and dust my brush again in the setting powder. We're gonna be pressing on top of the eyelids. This is really just gonna set that area so that way when we go ahead and do our eyeshadow, it's gonna be nice, prepped and ready. And yes, I know in my other videos I like to like put eyeshadow primer and take my time and everything, but this is a realistic video. I'm showing you guys exactly what I do to get ready, and it takes me like 15 minutes. We have to do what we have to do, but in a timely manner, okay? Like, you know. The next thing I am going to be doing is my brows. I like to personally use the Foolproof brow powder. When it comes to my brows, my shape is there. It's just that the hairs are super thin, so you can't really see them too well. I know, I'm blessed, you know. Anyways, so I like to use the brow powder. I personally like to use it just because it's super quick, it's super easy. It literally takes like a minute to do my brows just because the shape is there. All we need to do is fill it. We do any eyeshadows just because once we do the eyeshadow, if you do your brows afterwards, it's just kind of, it's gonna throw everything off. So I like to do the brows first. And I like to use the Foolproof brow powder. I personally like to use powders on my brows on a daily basis because it takes like a minute and it is the super easiest, softest, natural brow you can possibly do. So I like this guy because it comes with 2 colors, and I know it's kind of like an upside down brow, but you know, it's actually really cute. This is what it looks like, and it literally shows you like you go from light to dark. That's it. You literally just follow the packaging. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the light color. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the front of the brow. And I'm literally following my brow shape that I already have. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm not like outlining like crazy. Okay, so now that we have the front of the brow, I'm gonna go ahead and use the darker side. And we're gonna start from the mid to end of the brow. And it's funny, every time I show this to someone, they're just like, what? That is so nice. And it is so quick and it is so easy. It's just a matter of actually doing it, you know? And it literally takes 2 seconds. I love brow powders. Like, whoever came up with this, you need an A+. Because look at that. A minute and your brow's done. Typically, if I'm not filming, like, my brows, both of them would have already been done, but for the sake of the video, talking and filming and making sure that I'm in frame while I do my brows, that is a whole task right there. And multitasking while doing your brows, like, when it comes to makeup, I feel like your brows are really, will kind of like make or break your look. Because It's literally what frames your face. So if she got whack brows, send her to me. Because yeah, I don't, when it comes to brows, your girl knows what's best for you. Okay. Perfect. So we literally have our brows done. We have both of them done. They look even, they look good. They're there now. Now we move on with the eyeshadow. I just realized I was not filming. Anyways, okay, so what I went in, I did was grab this shade. We placed it all over our crease. Then we went ahead and grabbed this shade and we placed it on the bottom, like nearest to the lash line, and we're just blending it out now. And like I was saying before, even though it wasn't filming, is that when it comes to blending, you don't want to be pressing down super hard on your brush, because you want to blend it. You don't want to go like this. This is not blending, but that's exactly how it would be if you're just like jamming your brush into your eye. It's not, that's not what we're going for. If we were, we would have been using our fingers, but we're not. So we're gonna go lightly with the brush, just blending back and forth, but lightly with like a super light hand. Okay, so now that we have all the colors blended and they're on and everything, I'm gonna go ahead and start blending towards the bottom of your eye. We didn't place any type of eyeshadow there. We're just gonna be blending the bottom parts of our eyes. So if there is any fallout, which there shouldn't be because these shadows are actually really good, if there is any fallout, we'll just give it kind of like a smoky-ish look. And grabbing the same brush that we had, which was the flat brush, I'm just gonna go ahead and smudge a little bit on the lower lash line, just to add a little bit of color, you know. There we go. Then you're just gonna grab the blending brush and you're just gonna smudge it. Perfect. Okay, so now that we have these colors put on, I am gonna be grabbing a flat eyeshadow brush like this. Then I'm gonna be grabbing this shade right here. We're gonna be using this as like a highlighting shade. So place this right in the inner corner. And same thing on the other side, right in the inner corner, like so. I'm gonna be grabbing a little bit and placing it right on the brow bone as well. But very little. Don't go overboard with this, because this is every day. Then I'm going to be grabbing the blending brush again and just smudging everything out, blending it out. Perfect. So now that we're done with the eyeshadow, I'm going to go ahead and place my eyeliner, false lashes, mascara, then we're set with the eyes. Okay, now that we went ahead and placed everything on, so our lashes, our mascara, our eyeliner, now we're just going to go ahead and finish up the face. I'm going to be placing some bronzer, some blush, and some highlighter. Then we'll go ahead and be done. So the bronzer I'm going to be using today is the Hoola bronzer from Benefit. I'm going to be using just like my angled powder brush. And I'm going to go ahead and dip my brush in there, get some good coating on this. And I like to kind of like tilt my face a little bit and like go like that, so I really see like what part my face just naturally kind of curves at. So I'm going to be doing this side, and I like to start all the way from the back as so, and then I like to push it towards the center of your face. Okay, so I'm just going to grab a little bit more of the powder and I'm going to be placing it towards the temples, just to kind of give you like that sun-kissed look where naturally the sun would hit. I'm going to place a little bit on the forehead up top. We don't want to be putting too much, just because for my face shape it just doesn't don't look right. It makes my forehead look like shorter, and it just doesn't compliment me whatsoever. So I like to place it on the temples. Grab a little bit more. We're going to be placing it same thing on the outer parts of our face, and then bringing it inwards. There we go. I'm gonna grab a little bit more. I'm gonna be dusting it on my nose. And then on my jawline. Perfect. Then I'm gonna go ahead and grab my setting brush again. I'm just gonna be dusting this all over and making sure it's nice and blended everywhere. Just as so. So once we went ahead and placed bronzer all over our face, that's when I'm gonna go ahead and grab my blush. I like to use the e.l.f. blush. This is the Rosy Flush. This is what it looks like. And I'm going to be grabbing my angled brush here. And I'm just going to go ahead and start placing it towards the apples of my cheeks, giving a nice little flush to the skin. I really like this blush just because it's not too much, but it really gives like a nice overall look. And I personally really like to build up the blush just because it does kind of fade throughout the day naturally, just how any blush fades. There we go. Once we have that done, I like to go ahead and get the powder one more time. And with our setting brush, I like to swirl it in and just kind of like clean up under all that. Just so. Perfect. Once we're done with the entire face, I am going to go ahead and add a little bit of highlighter. The highlighter I personally like to use is the Cookie by Benefit. I think I've said this before, like this is my go-to highlighter. I've always gotten so many compliments in it. It is my new favorite. And I'm just going to be placing it on the highest points of my cheeks. And it just gives the prettiest glow. I think when it comes to my makeup, like I just like to have a really soft hand with it. Just because I've gone through those phases of like where I really layer on my makeup and it's not cute. And I did.
I don't understand why nobody told me anything. You guys are fake. And the ones that did, you are like my forever lifetime friends.
I'm going to be placing a little bit on the tip of my nose and on the bridge of my nose. Also a little bit on my cupid's bow. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and get started with my lips. And when it comes to my lips, you guys know that I am obsessed with the Morphe lip liners. So today I'm going to be using the lip liner in Petal. It is so cute. There we go. Once we lined our lips, I'm going to be using the lipstick in Tempt by Morphe. Looks like this. Then we are all set. Well, thank you so much for watching, my little animals. I hope you guys learned as much as you possibly could from this video alone. I'm sure it'll help so many of you girls and guys out there that are barely starting into makeup, and it will just make your morning so much smoother and easier and quick and easy. So I love that you guys stood until the end to watch it. And if you guys are new to this channel or aren't already subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like, share, comment, do all of those fun things below, and I'll see you in my next video.